Hello, I'm the Dave. This is going to be slightly different to my usual reviews, but all my reviews are unprofessional, so bear with me. I shall try and keep the reviews short, but you'll notice there's no timer again, same as I did for Rollercoaster Tycoon World. I think the Rollercoaster Tycoon World came in at about 16 minutes, so I hope to make this less than that. Especially since I seem to have a fog in my throat. Not literally, otherwise I'd croak. Right, so a lot of people compare Planet Coaster and Rollercoaster Tycoon World. Now, when I did a Rollercoaster Tycoon World review, I did compare it to Planet Coaster, and I'm going to do the same from the other perspective as well. Simply because right now they are the two main 3D theme park games that have come out, both in early access or preview. Now, to jump straight into the review, I'll say now one of the things that puts Planet Coaster a little bit further ahead in some aspects is the fact that this game has already been updated 3 times since release. It was released before Rollercoaster Tycoon, but it's received at least one update after the release of Rollercoaster Tycoon. So you can sort of see development going into it. However, there is some big negatives, and let's get the cons out of the way first. First of all, the big con sounds. I mean con as in pro con. You know, the disadvantages, not as in they're scamming us. So basically, right, the disadvantage of it, there is no real game to it yet. Most of it is a tech demo. It's a damn good tech demo, and I think there's definite signs of being very good in the future, but there isn't really any much gameplay. So with that said, you can see park management coming soon, blueprints coming soon. I'm going to come back to coasters in a second. Shops coming soon, terrain editing coming soon. I mean, come on, terrain editing, that's something that's really needed. Before the pre-release came out, there was a big article that was saying that the main developer was finding that all his workers were spending too much time building parks using the terrain editors and everything than developing. So you kind of expect the terrain editor to be in the game, you know? It's just, you expect it, but it's not. But early release. That has to be the mantra for this. But I must note, this is early release. Just to state, this is version 1.3, I think. Yeah, there'll be a little caption that'll pop up if I've got that wrong. It's Alpha 1.3. Alright. The other thing that's missing is if you click on a ride, or you click on a guest management's coming soon. You can ride camera? I guess very strange. Okay. I was expecting wide camera to actually put me into their view kind of thing, but hey. Right, so if I click on the ride management is completely blanked out, so you can't set music or anything along those lines. Now, you'll note, coming back to the coasters are shaded out, meaning you can't build it. You know, which, at first, I sat there and thought, hold on, it's called Planet Coaster. You kind of expect to be able to build coasters, you know, it's in the name. You can enable this. I'm sure you guys know this by now, but I'm just going to go through it. You go to scenery, you go to search, you type in under construction, and as you type it, you see coasters just became enabled. So there you go. You've only got 2 types of coasters, but you can change the rides and everything. And the coaster editor is pretty good. It's not as good as the Rollercoaster Tycoon World one. Again, I'm going to have to compare the two, because the Rollercoaster Tycoon World one uses the mouse, but then some people prefer the Planet Coaster one. So let me state this for the record. I don't think it's as good as the Rollercoaster Tycoon editor. I'm patting my chest, and of course you can't see because you can only see my face. So I personally prefer the Rollercoaster Tycoon World editor, but I know other people who prefer this one. And I'm going to show you it briefly. I'll show you it now. Let's just plonk down a roller coaster down here. Now, where the other one sort of snaps to your mouse, and you got 1, 2, 3, 4 to change the angles and everything, this one you sort of have to grab hold of the slides, and then you can turn it around. It still offers the same amount of precision, but I just find the other one a bit easier. That's just me. So you can still do some pretty funky stuff with it. And if you've got an idea in your head for a roller coaster, you can be very precise. We've come a long way from the Roller Coaster Tycoon 1 days. Yeah, just because I prefer the other editor, this one is still pretty damn good. Yeah, I like that. Right, boosters don't work anymore. Don't work at all at the moment, but chain lifts do. I assume brakes do. I don't know. I haven't really played around with the brakes. Right, so let's delete that. Okay, we'll go down to coming soon. Really? Oh man, see this is an example of what I mean about this being a very early build. Can you get rid of it? Oh well. I just won't save this particular park. Okay, right. So, well, we were 6 minutes into the review, so let's go into a bit more detail. So, as you can see, in fact, let's skip to this coaster. The ride cam on these is really fun. All the coasters you see on this map I've created myself. Man, my eyes sticky. It's very early in the morning here. Now, again, to keep with comparing it to Roller Coaster Tycoon World, and I know some of you are going to sit there and go, you can't compare the two games. No, review them separately. With them both coming out at the same time, I kind of have to mention it multiple times, so yeah, bear with me. Sorry, I've got something in my eye and it's killing me. Okay. The roller coaster, or the ride cam on this is so much smoother than Roller Coaster Tycoon World, so that's definitely a very positive on this. The fact that you can ride all the rides. Typical. I would turn up this one just so it's powering down. You can see it's a very beautiful game. The graphics are much better on Planet Coaster. Just the lighting effects on everything, the models, the peeps, shadows, everything just looks that much nicer. I really think this is going to be a very awesome game. Now, at the moment, again, like I said, this is a very weird review. This is not a standard review. Alright. So at the moment, I'm saying Roller Coaster Tycoon is better because there's more gameplay to it. So it's kind of up here. Planet Coaster's sort of about here because there's not much gameplay to it at the moment. However, I can see it shooting past Roller Coaster Tycoon World. Oh man, look at that! Doesn't that look fun? Okay, I did want to show you this ride when it goes. Show what I mean about the graphics. Run. That's cool. Obviously this particular development team, the Planet Coaster development team, has got a lot more experience under their belt than the Roller Coaster Tycoon World team. They made Roller Coaster Tycoon 3, which is still quite a damn good game. You look at the shadows there, real-time shadows of the people. Seeing that coaster off there in the distance. Now that is good. You can imagine that with Oculus Rift or Vivi. That would be fun. I hope they support Oculus Rift and Vivi when they become like that. Oh, that would be awesome. Okay, right, so let's come out as well. This is one of your pre-built maps as well. Okay, right, so let's talk about content. As I say, you've got two coasters, but you can multiple different carts on it. I think you can get multiple different carts on them. Where is it? If I go to this, yeah, because if you go to debug, you can then change the cart. So you haven't got very many, but hey, given that the roller coaster section is shaded out by default, it's just good that they've actually included some, and included a cheat code to allow you to use it. Because, as I say, it's Planet Coaster. Okay. The weird thing in this game is the way the buildings is done. As you see, shops are shaded out, but you can still get some shops. You literally go to facilities and they go like, okay, I would like a sandstorm hat thing, and then you'd go to your walls and you'd build some walls around it. It's sandstone. Let's put that one on top to give it a castle-like appearance. And we'll put this here, like so. Now, at first, I thought, this is horrible, I hate this. I'll be honest, it's grown on me. Yeah. You can basically edit it across. You can add some decorations. I like these cannons, because they fire. Obviously, this is a bod's job and a half. Yeah, you'd never have that in your park. But the fact that you can just do this, this is definitely a plus in its favour. Like I say, at first I looked at this and thought, I don't like this. You know, your shops look all boxy. I like the old drinks shops that look like cans of drink and stuff like that. But after playing around with it and seeing how easy it is to use and how much, how well you can tweak things on it, I definitely think this is more a way to go. I can see some very creative people making some awesome shops and some awesome building designs. And if they support like Steam Workshop, obviously not Steam Workshop because it's not on Steam, but if they support that kind of style, then there's going to be a lot of content available to people like me who are not that creative with buildings already. And yeah, that's going to be awesome. So that's definitely a plus in its favour. If we go to scenery, as you see, there's a lot of scenery we can add. So again, comparing it to the other game, to Rollercoaster Tycoon World, I'd say they're on par for scenery. Obviously the Planet Coaster scenery just looks a little bit nicer. That's just after the electronic screen. Can you change what's on the electronic screen? No. Oh, you can demolish that one now. Can't demolish that roller coaster over there. You can demolish that one. How cool is that? The graphics in this game is just beautiful. Look at all these peeps there without any slowdown, and I'm hardly seeing any duplicates. In fact, I can't see any duplicates. I don't see any two characters that look identical. Oh wow! Okay, I hadn't noticed that. That's pretty darn awesome. I see people look very similar, but slightly different shades of skin. Okay, yeah, that's impressive. That's impressive. So let's have a look at rides. That's the main thing. Yep, you've got hardly any content here. Oh, is it 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. So we've got 13 rides. That's it. That's not good. Yeah. Okay, so where are we getting to? 14 minutes. I said I wanted to keep it under 16, but hey. So let's wrap it up. Right. To compare it to itself, to say on it just its merits, should you get this game if you just want this game? You know, you just, oh crunch, sorry about that, just hit the microphone. So you just want a theme park game. I couldn't recommend this game to buy like that. There is no gameplay to it as yet. However, if you want an investment, if you're sitting there thinking, I want a game that's going to be good, then yeah, buy it. This is going to turn to be very awesome. And this is pretty much the same as I said for the Rollercoaster Tycoon World. I will say this is more stable. This has never crashed on me. Touch wood. But then that's because there's not as much content. But you can also see I've created some rather intricate roller coasters, including one that would kill people, to be honest, because the coaster comes around there and kind of scrapes people's heads along the pavement. Yeah, that's fine. So yeah, now to compare the two. If you only had the money for one roller coaster game and you want something to play immediately, you want to play a roller coaster game right now and you've only got the money for one, go for Rollercoaster Tycoon World. Alright, it's just that slightly bit better in gameplay content. If you can only afford one of the two games and you're looking for the future, get Planet Coaster. Yeah. So this has been my completely and utterly unprofessional review of Planet Coaster. It's been more of a comparison between the two. I'm going to give an honourable mention to Parkitect, which is another game that people keep mentioning when they compare, when they talk about Rollercoaster Tycoon World and Planet Coaster. They say, oh no, go for Parkitect. Now, I will say Parkitect is good. I need to do a review of that one at some point as well. But I don't really think they should be compared, because that's an isometric roller coaster game that's definitely aimed to replicate Rollercoaster Tycoon World 1 and 2. Whereas these are 3D Rollercoaster Tycoon games, which are for more superior hardware and more sort of simulator orientated, with ride cams and stuff like that. So I don't think you can compare Parkitect to Rollercoaster Tycoon World and Planet Coaster. However, it's very legitimate to compare the other two, in my opinion. And it's my review, so my opinion is all that matters on my review. Take it or leave it. I mean, these reviews are unprofessional and they are very personal as well. They are definitely my thoughts and feelings on the game. I have seen a lot of negative stuff against Rollercoaster Tycoon World, and I've seen a lot of negative stuff against Planet Coaster. They're both good in their own right. I will say Planet Coaster is more of a tech demo than a game at the moment, but still, as you see, I have had some fun on it. Anyway, right, that's a wrap up point because we're 18 minutes in. Apologies for going over. Apologies for rambling a little bit. I'm going to do a proper review of this when it moves on a bit more. So think of this as a placeholder review. Enjoy. Don't forget to like and subscribe. That really helps me out a lot. And feel free to comment. I try and reply to every comment I see. Within reason. There's some people put some comments on there that are just nasty and I just don't reply to them. But yeah, if it's a legitimate comment, I'll reply to it. Have fun and